Here comes Joe Poirier. Yep.
Making his way to the cage. You know, and you hear somebody in the crowd screaming the world's biggest flyweight. He is a large man for 125 pounds.
And when you say large, are you you're talking about his physical size and how tall he is. Plus, you know, coming in tonight at 125 pounds is one thing. What these guys typically walk around at, it's usually a good 15 to 25 pounds more. Like, what would a guy like Joe Poirier, who's fighting tonight at 125, what would he walk around at, or do you think it's pretty close?
You know, they call him the biggest flyweight. I mean, this guy looks like he's a good, 135, 140 pounds right now. And that is a really big flyweight.
I would agree with that.
You know, but again, Jordon Scrom is not a small guy. He came in ripped. He came in on weight. So, again, I really expect this to be an even match, and it's going to be who executes their game plan.
Poirier looks like he has some physical gifts and some tools. He seems like a solid athlete inside the cage.
Yes, I mean, it's not always indicative, but having the record, having the experience, coming out of an established gym like Lausanne's, he's bringing some heat to the kitchen. You hear the reaction for Jordon Scrom. Edward Anthony, Tavon Thomas, Cage Wars veteran.
And what can we expect?
You see Stephen Rich there.
Well, that's the support, right? That's
Absolutely.
the support. And you know that, and you feel that sense of community and brotherhood, and that means something when you're making your way into the cage.
It really does. You've shared, so many hours with these people and so much sweat and blood and tears and devotion that you build these connections and bonds.
And what do you think? What is Strom thinking right now as he's getting some, getting a little work done, getting the Vaseline on the forehead? What do you think is going through his mind right now?
This is my time. That's what, I really feel like this is Jordon Scrom's time to show people why he is, and where he's going.
And we're seeing the levels get ramped up here as we enter now the championship fights, and the main event is just around the corner here at Cage Wars 53, and we'll kick it up to our ring announcer, Michael Falvo.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Rivers Casino and Resort, New York's premier gaming destination. This is our next fight on the card for Cage Wars 53, and it is for the Cage Wars Flyweight Championship. This championship fight is presented by Cage Wars MMA and Sticker Mule. It is brought to you by Bricklayers Local Number 2, Allied Craft Workers, UA Local Number 7, Plumbers and Steam Fitters, RDX Sports. And we also want to welcome our good friend Edwin Rivera and the Aqua Training Bag. Tonight's championship fights are sanctioned by the United States Muay Thai Association. Executive Director Ed Kinner is in attendance. The judges for our championship fight this evening, Mr. Eric Komar, Rob Exisa, and Chris Polinsky. The fight doctor at Cageside is Dr. Michael Sheridan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Cage Wars Flyweight Championship, 3 3-minute rounds, it's championship fight time! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in last night 124 pounds. Representing Lausanne Mixed Martial Arts out of Raynham, Massachusetts, Joe Poirier. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighed in yesterday 125 pounds even. Representing Atlas Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of Albany, New York, the Bomb Cyclone, Jordon Scrom.
You hear the reaction from the local hometown crowd.
This feels like an event. And it's felt that way the whole night. It feels like we're ramping up the event right now.
Laszlo Hoof reading them the last rites.
And they are laser locked.
And the man in charge of the action of our Flyweight Championship, Mr. Laszlo Hoof.
I'm ready. Are you?
I'm super ready. A lot of these athletes, or a lot of these fans have seen the evolution of Jordon Scrom. I've seen him progress. So that makes it that much more exciting because they know what to expect.
Well, this is for the 125-pound title. And I just feel the energy. I'm a little nervous sitting here cage side. I'm going to enjoy this one.
Poirier doing a good job kind of reading the situation, creating some distance. Jordon trying to close that distance. Poirier seems to be a bit smoother in the opening seconds. Oh, nice body lock to take down.
And that was smooth.
Yeah, and again, you know, coming out of Lausanne's, has 5 fights on his record. You know he's got that time in the cage, in the training room and in the competition room. He's trying to create that downward pressure on Jordon. Jordon doing a good job, trying to establish guard, putting that foot in the hip, trying to get the knee in. Joe Poirier trying to keep that pressure. If you notice, Jordon's digging that right knee in.
Now tell me about Scrom. Is he comfortable in this position? Obviously, it's not ideal for him, but do you feel like he's got enough skill to be okay to hold his own?
Yes, I mean, coming out of Atlas Jiu-Jitsu, you know, excellent instruction and training over there. You know, he's been here before, as I spoke about, in the training room as well as in the cage. So, you know, not ideal, but he understands where he is and how to get out of there.
Yeah, and there certainly doesn't seem to be any panic setting in on either man at this point.
Well, Hayden Speckhart noted in his win, you know, that's the beauty of Jiu-Jitsu, staying calm, finding your opening, and executing.
Well, right now, with about 1 minute and 20 left to go in this first round, it's all Poirier, but I mean anything can change, and it's still very early.
But what's impressive to me is
these are strong.
Is the calmness and the awareness of Joe Poirier. You know, and how smooth he was in every aspect of the game thus far. Jordon Scrom doing a good job working for that left leg.
Well, I
Joe's
think this
fighting
is
the head,
exactly
pulls it out. Nice job.
Exactly what Scrom needed to do, and now we're back in the center of the cage.
Final minute.
And he just missed on a right.
He did, but he ended up in that body lock position again, and Poirier takes him to the ground. Again, so in this first round, control and time and everything goes to Poirier. Final 30 seconds. You know, as we noted, Jordon's not in immediate danger, but he is not winning this round.
20 seconds left to go.
And you hear Poirier's corner saying, you got time, don't rush, you have time. Excellent coaching from the corner. Now, Jordon doing a nice job trying to reverse this, fighting those hands. Final 10 seconds.
Well, I think, listen, the optics certainly don't look good, but I do think that this fight is a lot closer than perhaps what the last minute and a half or so played out to be, but it is what it is. And right now in a title fight for the 125-pound title, a slight edge to Joe Poirier after one round.
I wholeheartedly agree. You know, now here's going to be the thing is, what adjustments are made after this first round? You know, is Jordon going to be able to read what he needs to do, and is his corner going to be able to impart that knowledge in a way that he can apply it in that short time frame?
Well, he's taking some instructions now from his coach, and I mean, listen, there's no reason for panic to set in. Why would it?
Still got 2 more rounds to go. But again, that's why it goes to the adjustments. We don't want a replay of round 1 if you're Jordon Scrom in his corner.
He does look a little noticeably frustrated.
Well, you know, being 3-0, that's why I said he's never tasted defeat up until this point, you know? So how is he going to handle that adversity? And I expect him to make the adjustments.
Well, you can learn a lot about a fighter in a short amount of time, and I think we're going to find out soon.
What did Epictetus say? Adversity has a way of introducing a man to himself?
Yes.
Dropping the Stoic quotes. Here we go, Jordon Scrom.
And I'm pretty confident that Scrom wants to level the playing field. Hated the way the first round worked out.
No, I would be careful, though, with those entries, you know, with those kicks without some punches accompanied because, you know, oh, nice right and left hand by Jordon because Joe's looking for that body lock. Oh, nice uppercut. Nice knee by Jordon. Good job framing with the elbows. Nice underhook.
Well, we've seen
Oh.
Scrom come out extremely aggressive to start round 2.
But again, Poirier aware, got his back off the cage. When the moment was right and he felt the weight shift, he moved. Looking for the neck. He's got that arm under the chin.
Oh, that is...
Laszlo Huve in our view. Oh, Kenny sinking in. Can he create the needed leverage?
It's tight.
It's tight.
It is
Laszlo Huve's
tight.
right there. Jordan, nice job.
Nice job getting out.
Turning to the right side, alleviating that pressure.
Wow. And you can hear the crowd's going crazy. We've got the intense title matchup that we've been waiting for. This is a good one.
There are other athletes that in that position would not have been able to weather that and move.
I mean, that's a game changer by Scrom, who it looked as if he was wrangled in there pretty tight. And if he is able to maintain this kind of control for the next minute or so and maybe land a couple of strikes, we're looking at it could be 1-1.
And right now, Jordon Scrom is ending, really shifted the tide. If he can end the round this way, that's really going to make those judges think.
And Poirier is split open in the center of his forehead. He's split open.
But again, he is split open, but again, it doesn't seem to be an issue as of yet, but we still have another full round to go if we make it through this second round. So Laszlo's looking to see if he's going to have to stand these two up because Jordan's just got the arms locked. He's trying to step over the knees, but there's not much happening here. So I would anticipate him having to do something or Laszlo standing them up.
In the eyes of the judges, does this feel like enough to have won a round 2?
It's hard to say, but yes, if he ends and leaves this vision in the judge's mind, I really think that weighs heavy with them.
Yep, and he landed some clean shots before the two ended up down on the ground. I think this is a clear round 2 for Scrom, and a title fight. We're going to the third round. Anything can happen.
And that's the beauty of these athletes when they're at this level. I mean, they're not separated by much in terms of ability. Here you hear that 10-second bell.
Scrom is looking to close strong here. Just a couple seconds left to go.
Good job by Joe Poirier, though. And again, although Jordan had him there, he didn't necessarily hurt or advance the position anymore on Joe Poirier.
But I think for fighter control time, he probably had it for almost close to 2 minutes. Landed a couple of clean strikes. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get a replay on that in the mid part of the round. But for my money, I think that Scrom evened it up. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to see it.
All right, we got a replay coming up.
Yep.
Poirier's chasing, looking
see where we can see where he got his
nice right hand by Scrom.
His forehead.
Again, Poirier working that uppercut. Scrom pressuring, looking to throw those knees, looking for the clinch to the underhook, looking to apply the pressure. But again, the awareness of Poirier, moving when he needs to, getting his back off the cage. Both these young men are very high level, and really it's anyone's fight going into the third round.
I got it at 1-1, and I agree. And here we go, round 3 for a title. Let's do it.
And Jordon Scrom right now a lot less frustrated than the last round when he came out. You notice that? Because he's figuring it out.
Well, he's coming off a round in which not only did he win, but inflicted a little bit of damage on his opponent. He's got the home crowd behind him.
Oh,
here we go.
Joe Poirier looking to create that distance and land a heavy right hand. He sees Jordan kind of leading with his head as he strikes, and he's trying to meet him at just the right distance.
It could be me, but it seems like Poirier's just a little tight with his striking.
Because, again, he's trying to time him in that distance, and when somebody like Jordan who can close that distance and engage in a clinch or a takedown, it is a game of seconds and inches.
I'd like to see both guys just kind of let their hands go for something other than just one.
Nice level change into the takedown. Poirier looks for the reversal. Good awareness by Scrom. Wow. Excellent grappling by these two.
I mean, this is like, this is 50-50. I mean, these two are so evenly matched right now. This fight is anybody's. This championship is anybody's with 2 minutes left to go. Round number 3. Here we go, folks.
Scrom went for the takedown. Again, nice awareness and reversal by Poirier.
And that was huge. Huge. He could be down here for the next minute plus, unless the fighters are made to stand up.
What Jordan's going to want to do now is utilize the cage as his friend. Get to the cage, put your back against it, get your hips against it, and try to work your way up that cage if you're not going to be able to sweep Joe Poirier off of you.
And if you're Scrom right now, you almost kind of need the fan support now to kind of you know, if this place gets energized, and here he comes, he's going to try.
Looking for that neck. Poirier's got the choke. Can he secure?
Do you think? Is it in deep? Is it deep?
It's more under the chin right now. He's trying to sink it. Oh, he's extending the hips. There's some pain from Jordon. He's trying to fight the hand. He's fighting the hands. Oh, he's got it under the chin. Can he finish it? 1 minute left.
Well,
He's fighting the hand. He's okay. You know, Poirier may look to utilize the body lock here, body triangle.
I can't tell, but it doesn't appear to be
No.
threateningly tight.
Nope.
Now it's completely off. Okay.
Yep, nope. Jordon did a nice job. I'm surprised Poirier didn't transition to that body lock to secure him to then work for that choke.
It could, you know, his arms could be burnt.
But again, that's what I'm saying. If he brought the legs across and locked his leg down, he could hold Jordon where he is and give him a better opportunity.
But at the
to
same
utilize
time, though, there's no real risk in staying in this position.
Under the neck.
And
Look at
there
Jordon's
it
face.
is. It's over.
Oh,
He tapped. He tapped. He tapped. He tapped.
That looked like a tap to
Oh,
me.
he tapped.
That's it.
Wow, that stayed an extra 5 or 6 seconds. That didn't need to happen.
Excellent show. Respect by both guys.
Absolutely.
You know, and as we noted, Jordon Scrom had yet to lose, so here's
Yeah.
his adversity. It's going to be interesting to see how he handles it and how he adapts and how he overcomes.
And he held out as long as he could, but that squeeze gets tight. There's only so much you can do. That's a good fight. Both men marked up. 2.5 round battle, and we have a champion now. We have a champion.
I want to see Joe Poirier versus Joe Nelson.
That would be a fun one. That'd be a high energy match.
You know, hey, Jordon Scrom versus
like
Hayden
that.
Speckart for the winner. Jordon Scrom already beat Hayden once. Hayden's on the upswing.
And we're going to now watch the finish here on replay.
He's deep. Jordan's doing a nice job fighting it. Looks like he taps there. Yep, he taps. He had actually tapped a few
Well, that was the
moments earlier,
third
as we
time. I think
noted.
that was the third time he tapped.
Yeah, eventually he's like, all right, I'm done. Wow, that's deep. You see him secure. Looking for that tap right there. Laszlo Hoof close, ends the action.
A convincing win in front of the hometown fans of Jordon Scrom. You got to give it up for Joseph Poirier.
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the
A nice
official
round of applause for what is possibly the fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Referee Laszlo Houvet called a stop to the fight 2 minutes, 39 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by way of rear naked choke and new Cage Wars flyweight champion, Joe Poirier.